If you take a dip photo and they're just not dipping quite enough, here's something you can do in Photoshop to make it a little bit better. First, you're going to start off by unlocking the base layer and making a duplicate of that layer. Now you're going to go in and select your subject. So click on select, go to subject. There might be a couple things that need refinement. For example, there are some little pieces of her dress that it did not pick up on, so I probably would go in and add those to the selection. I'm not going to do that for this tutorial, but I will go up to select, click on modify, and expand. Expanding your selection by a few pixels just helps to avoid harsh lines on the edges. I might even go into modify and click feather and feather it by 2 pixels. That's just going to help it blend a little bit more nicely once we start moving them. So now that you have your subject selected, you're going to go up to select, click on inverse, and you're going to delete everything except for your subject in that top layer. I'll hide that bottom layer so you can see what I just did. And then you're going to go to the bottom layer and select inverse again. So now you have them selected again, and you're going to right click and click on delete and fill selection. That's going to delete them and use content aware fill to replace them with the background. So I'll hide the first layer so you can see what it did. You might want to do more content aware fill on specific areas or use the clone stamp to try to fix this a little bit more, but for now, we're just gonna leave it. So I'm gonna show this layer again, right click and convert it to a smart object, and then go up to edit, puppet warp. And you will see something like this. This is going to allow you to drop anchor points. Generally, you want them to be kind of around their joints so their body moves naturally. So I'm gonna drop one on the shoulder, one right on the hip, and one on the knee. And then you can just drag and move them and make the dip a little bit more dramatic. You can also click on show mesh, uncheck that, so that you can see them more clearly. You don't wanna be too dramatic with it, like you'll stretch them out or make them too small. So just do it a little bit just to make it a little nicer. And that looks pretty good. So here is the original image, and here is the one where they are dipping a little bit more. Obviously, there are some things that I could refine, but that's how you use the Puppet Warp tool in Photoshop.